Happy morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are fine and good. What is our today's class, children? Yes, good. It is science class. I think you all interested to listen science class. Yes, children. It is very interesting subject. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about our part 2 in our chapter 2. Before entering into our today's session, I am going to give you a small recap for your previous class. What is the topic? Reproduction in flowering plants and plant growth. What is reproduction? Reproduction is producing babies of its own kind. In this lesson, what we saw in the previous class, reproduction in plants. Yes, children. What are all the steps? What are all the methods? Yes, the first one is sexual reproduction through flowers. Next one is asexual reproduction by means of two. Again, it is divided into two, natural and artificial. Natural means by means of roots, stem, leaves, and artificial stem cutting, layering, and grafting. Yes, this one is vegetative reproduction, natural by means of roots, stem, and leaves. The next one is artificial, that one is stem cutting. Will you able to remember the next two? Yes, layering, grafting. The next one is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it takes place through flowers. Pollination, transfer of pollen grains from male part to the female part is called pollination. And a pollination is of two types, self-pollination and cross-pollination. If the pollination takes place in the same flower, it is self-pollination, and it takes place between two different flowers, it is known as cross-pollination. Yes, you can easily see that one. This one is self-pollination and this one is cross-pollination. Here's some interesting facts here. Mango. What is the special thing about mango? Yes. Which fruit is called king of fruits, children? Mango. Mango is regarded as king of fruits. One more interesting thing is India is the largest producer of mangoes. What is the next one? About banana. Banana, it contains 20% of sugar, 4.7% of protein, and also vitamins A, B, C, T, and E. Not only this, children, it is also rich in minerals like potassium, calcium, iron, and phosphorus. What is the next one? Double coconut. Double, it is double in time. Coconut, and it is the largest known fruit. Its diameter is 1 meter. 1 meter in diameter. It is mostly seen in Maldives. Okay, children, I hope you understood. Now we are entering into our today's session. Plant growth. With the help of this diagram, you can easily understood, I think so. Children, have you seen a baby plant? What is a baby plant? A very small baby plant is known as a seedling. Yeah, very small plant, small baby plant is known as seedling. Most plants grow from seeds. Will you agree or not, children? Yes, most plants grow from seeds. The seeds grow into seedlings. The seeds grow into seedlings, that is baby plant. Under how it will grow? Using under the favorable conditions. Yes or no, children? What is the favorable conditions? It needs sunlight, air, water. These three things are the favorable condition it suits for a seed to become a seedling. Okay, children? Yes, the first one here, it is seed. The next one is radicle. The next one is plumule. The next one is cotyledons. Here, cotyledons. Step by step, you can see the differences. Next one, a single plant produces many seeds. Yes, children, a single plant produces many seeds, but all of them that does not have a chance to grow or survive. Some of them are eaten by us. For best example is rice seeds, wheat seeds, gram seeds. These three are we can eat, no, children? Yes. Some of them are eaten by the birds. Some seeds that and all birds and other animals, they will feed on them. Next, some of them may not get right conditions to germinate, so they dry up and die. Yes. All the seeds that what we are planting, it won't germinate. Due to some reasons, it will dry up and die. Under the favorable conditions, that is sunlight, air and water, if it gets enough only, the seed will start germinating. The seed that receive all conditions favorable to grow, survive and grow into new plants. Okay children. Again I am repeating, a very small baby plant is known as seedling. Seedling is nothing but it is a baby plant. From seed, step by step we will get a small baby plant under favorable conditions. Shall we move to the next one? Yes. Structure of a seed. What is the structure of a seed? Seed. Each seed is covered by a covering known as seed coat. See? Seed coat. For what? It protects the seed from damage. It protects the seed from damage. Inside the coat, a baby plant is present along with its stored food. Inside that, a baby plant is present along with its stored fruit. The food is stored in cotyledon, which may be single or double. This part is called as cotyledons. Okay, children? Yes, we are getting into our interesting activity. Try this in your home, children. It is a very, very simple activity. Soak some bean seeds overnight in water. In the morning, take them out from water. Just you soak some seeds in water for one night. Next day morning, you just take it out from water and remove the seed coat. You can easily able to remove the seed coat. You will find two cotyledons which are thick and fleshy. If you separate these, you will find a small baby plant in the middle. You will find the small baby plant in the middle. Try this one in your home, children. Okay. Next, the seeds, it is of different size, shape and color, children. Okay. Next, a baby plant is also known as embryo. Baby plant is also known as embryo. It consists of two main parts. The upper part is known as plumule. Plumule, what is that? The upper part is called as plumule, which grows into shoot, that is shoot system, and the lower part is known as radicle, which grows into the root. That shoot system in that baby plant, the upper part, the shoot system is called as plumule, and the lower part, the root system is called as radicle. Okay, children, try this one in your home, children. Yes. Next one also one simple activity. This one also you can try in your home. Take 3 bean seeds. What is that? Take 3 bean seeds. Next, tie them to a plastic scale. You are having scale. You are having bean also. Tie these beans in a plastic scale like this, children, using cotton threads. And leave them in a beaker half filled with water for 2 or 3 days as shown in figure. Here you can able to take one beaker, fill it with water, take 3 beans with the help of cotton threads, tie it in the plastic scale. What do you observe? Why did only seed B germinates? A, this one is A, this one is B and this one is C. What is the difference between these 3 seeds, children? Yes, in B bean alone, the germination takes place. In B bean alone, the germination takes place. Why? Yes, shall we see that one? B germinate and why not seeds A and C, although they were kept at suitable temperatures? Seed A, this one is seed A, no? Yes. It is getting water, enough water, but no air. Yes. And seed C, this one is seed C. This one, it gets enough air but no water. It does not get water. But B part alone, that B seed alone, it gets enough air and water. So, it shows germination. Seed needs air, water and suitable temperature for germination. This and all very, very simple, children. Try this one in your home. Next, some plants such as ferns and moss do not produce flowers and are known as non-flowering plants. They does not produce flowers. Yes, they produce tiny structures called spores at maturity. Spores, it will spread through air or someone. When the spore falls on suitable place or at a moist place, they germinate into a new plant. Some plants are non-flowering plants. They will produce spores during maturity. It will falls on a suitable place at suitable temperature, suitable place and temperature, they will germinate into new plants. Okay children, try these two activities in your home children. Yes, the next part is agriculture. Agriculture, it is also very interesting thing. What is agriculture? Yes, the science deals with the growth of large number of plants is known as agriculture. The science that deals with the growth of large number of plants is known as agriculture. Agriculture, it is not at all a easy task. It depends on several steps. We want to follow the steps one by one. Here, growing crops is not an easy task. There are several steps involved in it. These steps are known as agricultural practices. Agriculture, it involves some steps. That one is called as agricultural practices. Okay, so shall we see that one children now? The main steps in agriculture. The first one is preparation of soil by tilling and leveling. Preparation of soil. The first one is preparation of soil, leveling that one. The next one is sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds. Children, you can see this one in the most of the agricultural lands. You can see this steps one by one in agricultural lands. The first one is preparation of soil by leveling. They will level the soil. The next one, sowing of seeds. The third one is irrigation. Irrigation is nothing but watering. The next one, manuring. Applying manure to land. Applying manure. The next one is inspection of crops from time to time. Inspection, checking of crops. The next one is harvesting of mature crops. Harvesting. The next one is threshing to separate the grains. Threshing to separate the grains. And at last, winnowing to separate the husk. And at last, the storing and marketing the seeds. Storing and marketing the seeds. Here, nearly 7 steps are involved in agricultural practices. The first one is preparation of soil for leveling. The next one is sowing the seeds into the soil. After that, what is the third one? Watering. And the next one is manuring. That is fertilizers. We want to apply manures, fertilizers. The next one is inspection of crops. During some intervals, we want to check the crops whether it is not damaged, whether it is under damaged condition or it is in proper condition. We want to check time to time. The next one at last is harvesting, collection of crops. After the collection, we want to separate the waste, that is husk, winnowing to separate the husk. And at last only we want to store and marketing the seeds. Next, crop protection. How will you protect the crops? Yes, pests or organisms that attack and damage the crops and stored grains also. The best example for that one was rat. In that stored places and all, you can see that rat and all, no, it will spoil or it will damage the grains. So, they can be controlled by using pesticides, chemicals that kill the pest. Next, plants are also damaged by diseases caused by fungi or bacteria. These diseases are transmitted through seeds, air, soil, or even water. Next one, spraying of different type of chemicals gives protection to the crops and stored grains. With the help of pesticides, you can control the pest organisms, and also we can using by spraying the chemicals, we can protect the crops. Okay children, I hope you all understood. Okay, now we are entering into our today's activity. Activity 1 and 2, I told you, no children. What is the activity 1? That some beans is soaked into the water, and at next morning you just removing the seed coat, you can able to see that small baby plant. That is one activity. And the say activity 2 is the tree bean activity. Try this in your home children, and if possible send the photos to your class teacher. And homework part, what is your homework part? I gave you only two simple questions. Define agriculture, and I told you the 9 steps. No, yes, list out the steps involved in agricultural practices. That one, these two questions, write it in your homework note and send it to your class teacher, children. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.